Well, you're watching Weekend Primetime News live here on News First. As I said earlier, our team is working around the clock to bring you the latest results of the Provincial Council elections. We have Shane Silva, who is at the Government Information Department, and also our staff at the newsroom is currently monitoring the situations. And as we receive the first election result, we will bring it right to you. So stay with us. It's time now for Action TV.
Many farmers in the Mahaweli B and C systems had to abandon their hopes of cultivation during the Yala season as water that was released from the Maduroya tank as well as the Ulhitia and Ratkinda tanks was restricted due to the prevailing drought. While some individuals abandoned their farmlands and headed towards urban areas in search of employment opportunities, others who possessed alternative sources of income opted to remain in their lands. Even amidst the water shortage, managing livestock was a safe option to bank on for many, as embankments were not built near the southern sluice gates of the Maduroya tank due to the war. The area in which the embankments were to be built have been used to rear cattle for a long period of time. Those living in the Mahaweli B system in areas such as Kandegama, Damminna and Alavakumbura also make a living by rearing livestock. On the 21st of June this year, Action TV made revelations about the plight these individuals had to face due to the sudden decision of the Mahaweli authority to open a sluice gate of the Maduroya. Cattle farmers described to Action TV the calamity that was caused as a result of the sudden opening of the sluice gate. 101 cows belonging to farmers in the Kandegama area were washed away in the torrent, and the corpses of 20 cows were discovered about 2 days later. The Director General of the Mahaweli Authority informed Action TV that compensation would be provided to the farmers who were affected by the unannounced opening of the sluice gate. It has been 2 months since the calamity occurred. The compensation provided by the Mahaweli Authority has only been accepted by one farmer.
This is not enough when taken into consideration the loss incurred, but I accepted what was given.
The farmer who had accepted the compensation did so due to economic compulsions. However, the others have refused to accept this extraordinary compensation package.
What can I do with 25 chicks given in compensation for 52 cows? I kept them overnight and returned them the next morning.
9 of my cows were washed away. 9 of them are worth 500,000 rupees. 25 chicks can't compensate for that because a chick is just 100 rupees. The farmer who accepted the compensation package had to be content with the 25 chicks he received as a compensation for the 25 cows he lost as a result of the incident. These farmers are not demanding cattle for cattle, similar to Shylock demanding a pound of flesh. However, is it fair for the Mahaweli Authority to exploit this attitude of the farmers and provide them with chicks instead? Secretary to the Ministry of Irrigation and Water Management, this is over to you.
Now, water is a precious resource essential for our very existence. It is the need of the hour to introduce strategies, procedures and water management techniques to conserve water for the future generations. Modern water management techniques have been introduced in many parts of the world that allows water to be stored during rainy seasons, thereby allowing it to be used in times of drought. These techniques are not unlike similar systems used to store fossil fuels underground. News First will take an in-depth look at how water has been managed historically in Sri Lanka and how modern techniques could be used to better manage this most important of resources. Well, we're now going for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Take a look at some action from the world of sports now. Gurismar Badwal of India won the Ladies Championship at the 125th Sri Lanka Amateur Golf Championship today. This was after she beat Jackie Dias of Sri Lanka at the Royal Colombo Golf Club course. Gurismar Badwal and Jackie Dias met in the finals, which was a closely fought encounter. Badwal won the 36-hole final 4-3 to win the women's golf title at the 125th Sri Lanka Amateur Golf Championship, which is the second oldest amateur golf tournament in the world. In the men's draw, reigning champion N. Thangaraja advanced to the finals, where he will meet second seed of the tournament, MD Dulal of Bangladesh. Thangaraja got the better of fellow Sri Lankan Zen Dharmaratna in the first semi-final, while Dulal won the second semi-final against M. Arumugam. The England and Wales Cricket Board has announced that Kevin Pietersen has not been awarded an England central contract for the 2013 season. However, 10 players have been given central contracts, with 4 others being handed incremental contracts. The Surrey player was dropped for the third test against South Africa for sending text messages to rival players, allegedly criticising teammates. Pietersen's omission comes after he had admitted sending provocative texts and issued a public apology before dismissing them as banter. Sri Lankan skipper Mahela Jayawardene believes that every team competing in the World 2020 will pose a challenge to his team. However, Jayawardene noted that the Sri Lankan team are preparing intensely these days to overcome the challenges ahead. Let's take a look at how Sri Lanka has performed at the previous ICC World T20 Championships and how the team is set up for this year's championship played on home soil. The inaugural World 2020 World Cup held in 2007 saw Sri Lanka competing in Group F. However, Sri Lanka crashed out of the tournament when they lost to Australia by 10 wickets in the preliminary round. In 2009, under the captaincy of wicketkeeper batsman Kumar Sangakkara, Sri Lanka emerged as runners-up of the World T20 Championship after Pakistan won the final. Sri Lanka could not advance from the quarterfinals of the 2010 World 2020 Championship. Yet, Sri Lanka has a strong chance of lifting the World T20 trophy this year as they battle it out in their own backyard. Sri Lankan skipper Mahela Jayawardene has stated that the necessary plans are being made for this year's T20 Championship. Meanwhile, vice-captain of the Sri Lanka team, Angelo Matthews, said that although the 15 best cricketers have been slotted in for every team, Sri Lanka has the ability to overcome this challenge.